Hey guys, welcome to my favorite things video. I am going to do a mani with all my favorite stuff. On my right hand right now is some of my favorite stuff. I did 2 dips of Rebel, what's her name? Erica, and 1 dip of Bubbly, and those are some of my favorite dips. I love them, they're so damn cute. So one of my ultra favorite things that I probably could never live without is my cat is clawing the back of my couch. Nene, stop it. My e-file. I love my e-file. One of my subscribers, and I'll throw a picture in here somewhere, made this request. I mean, a lot of you have made this request, but particularly one of my subscribers made the request. It was something to the effect of, like, if someone came in and robbed you of all of your nail stuff in the middle of the night, and you woke up one morning and all your stuff was gone. And my first thought was like, who would do such a thing? That's so mean. But if that happened, what would you start over with? So this is kind of that idea. If I had to start from scratch, what would I do? E-file. It's super personal. I know some of you guys don't use an e-file, and you don't have to. As you've seen in a few of my videos, you don't need an e-file. Maybe you've seen it. You probably have seen it. You don't need one. You can use a regular hand file, but as some of you guys may know, I suck with a hand file, so I use an e-file, and I love it. And I love this bit for prep. I just find it does a great job of exfoliating all that dead crap off of my nail, so I never get lifting. Not that I usually keep manis on long enough to lift, but I have done some wear tests, and it's kept my nails on. Well, not the bit per se, but you know what I'm saying. It just makes prep so much easier and, for me, more efficient, and it does a great job. So my favorite e-file, my favorite fit. I will be doing a start to finish mani using most of my favorite stuff, and if you guys haven't, peeked into my Amazon favorites list that I keep in my description box recently, I'm going to leave that down there for you. Everything that I'm going to be talking about today, with the exception of maybe a few of the dip colors I talk about, will be in my Amazon favorites list in the description box, including the buffing blocks that I use. I know some people like to use the polar blocks, and those are great, but I find the ones that I use are pretty much the same exact thing, and they're a little bit cheaper. So these are the buffing blocks that I use. I use them for prep, and I use them at the end to soften my edges. Also for prep, I love the Mia Secret dehydrator. I am almost out of this, as you can see, so I may try making my own at some point, which is just alcohol and acetone. But I love this dehydrator. It does a great job. It gets any excess oils off of my nails, and yeah, it does a good job. No complaints. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Let's see, what are we gonna get into? Oh, my favorite color. Okay. I know you guys probably haven't seen me use this a whole lot, but this is one of my all-time favorite colors ever. It's called, as you can see, I do use it often. And why you guys don't see me use it often is probably because it's a little basic and it's a little boring. But if I'm not filming my nails, if I'm just doing my nails because I feel like doing them, or if I'm, going on a date night or whatever, this is what I have on my nails. As I'm doing this voiceover, I'm wearing it right now. This is my favorite color. It's very nude. I don't know why that sounds dirty. It's nude, and it's classy and elegant and gorgeous. And I will be talking a little bit later about some of my other, like my top 10 dip colors and companies. I have people ask me often what my favorite dip powder company is, and I can't answer it because I like so much stuff from so many different lines. I'm sorry to not have a good answer for you, but you gotta find what you love, and that means trying a bunch of different stuff. In addition to the dip powders, you can see I'm using my triple vitamin base. Hands down, all-time favorite base coat ever. I love it so much. I'm reckless and I'm a disaster, and I have never had a problem, never ever. I've used a few other base coats and they get gummy, or the brush gets weird, or the bottles get glued shut, and I have never, I swear to you guys, on my YouTube channel. I have never had a problem with my triple vitamin base, ever. Holy grail favorite base. Also love to use those cuticle sticks for cleaning up my cuticle lines. You've seen me do that a million times. So I use those every mani along with my fluffy brushes. I know some people like to use harder bristled brushes or scrubby brushes, and I've used them from time to time to remove excess dip powder. Not my favorite. I happen to like the fluffy brushes. They get the dip powder off. They're nice and soft and they feel good. And yeah, so a couple of my other favorite things squished into that clip right there. This is one of my new favorite soundtracks. I'm very much into this. I feel like it's got a good vibe. It's a little more peppy and energetic. So I don't know, you guys have to tell me how you feel about this song, because it's definitely one of my favorites now. Yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys watch me do my basic application stuff with some of my all-time favorite things. I'm gonna insert a clip here somewhere of the post that one of my subscribers put up. It just had me cracking up, dying laughing. I hope she doesn't mind. If you mind, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I had to include it because I thought it was awesome. So I'll put that up here somewhere and hang out and watch me do my application. I'm going to stop talking for a minute, maybe, and I'll be back with you guys here in just a bit. So let's recap. I've got my nails all done, and this is all the stuff that I've used. So if you want to go ahead and screenshot it if you want to. Kiara Sky Clear, Kiara Sky Cream of the Crop, my favorite color ever. My triple vitamin base, Kiara Sky Steel Protect, Mia Secret Prep. I got my cuticle stick, my fluffy brush, and my e-file. So that's where we've gotten so far. Onward. So now that I've gotten all my nails done, I'm going to go ahead and get my file on with my favorite nail files ever. I get them on Amazon. They're in my favorites list. They are by Macart. And yes, they are 100-100. Why, Marla? Why don't you use a 100-180? I don't like them. I never use the 180 side. I'm showing you here how I prep a brand new file. If you have ever used a brand new file and you've cut yourself like in between your skin and your nails in that little sensitive spot, it's because you didn't prep your file. I'm using another file that I got actually with a polygel kit that I bought, and no, I will not be using it. I didn't like it. But yeah, I'm just prepping the file. I'm going over the edges with another file to dull it out just a bit. Doesn't affect the dullness of the file at all that I've experienced. But yeah, just make sure I don't cut myself. So while I start my filing stuff, I'm going to chat with you guys about some other of my favorite things. I just finished watching the second season of You on Netflix. I'm like obsessed with that show right now. I was a really big Dexter fan. I've seen the entire series like 3 times. I love Dexter. If you guys couldn't tell by my Dexter Manny, I'll insert a clip of that here and maybe I'll put the video link in if you haven't seen it yet. It was one of my favorite Mannies I've ever done. So I'll stick that in here somewhere. But You was kind of like Dexter, but not, I don't know, I loved it. I love Dexter and I love You, so I'm excited for season 3. Some of the shows that I've been really into, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy forever. So it's like probably one of my all-time favorite shows. Since day one, I've watched it and fallen in love with all the characters. You know, I feel like I know them all, like they're all my family. Maybe that's weird, but I get attached. Yeah, so the Grey's Anatomy. There are a lot of shows that I watch, actually. I'm not a big movie fan. I mean, I'll sit through a movie here and there, but I'm more of a TV person. I guess it's less commitment. Maybe I have issues. I love cats. In case you guys didn't know, I'm a volunteer at my Humane Society. I do feline behaviorism, and I have 5 rescue cats of my own. I have 4 girls and 1 boy. My girls are Negan, Daryl from The Walking Dead, Greta and Hira, and then my male is Boogie. And aside from like my human family, my cats are my favorite things. I love them to death. They make my days exciting, adventurous, and cozy. So love my cats. Other favorite stuff. I'm a coffee addict. But I don't like flavored coffee typically. Once in a blue moon, I'll have like a vanilla latte, or especially now in the winter months, I love the peppermint mocha from Starbucks. But for the most part, I like coffee that tastes like coffee. Just a personal thing. So I love coffee. I love pizza and tacos. I am a junk food junkie. I do enjoy eating healthy once in a blue moon. I like salads, but for the most part, give me a pizza or some tacos and I'll be your best friend. So some of my favorite stuff. Heading back into my e-filing with my favorite cuticle bit for cleanup and contour. I know I've mentioned this a few times, but I know some of you guys are new. And hey, you guys, I'm so happy you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you should, because you should. And if you like this video and you enjoy hearing me ramble on about my favorite stuff like a narcissistic a-hole, go ahead and hit the like button because it helps me out. So thank you. But yeah, I digress. My favorite e-file contour bit. I've told you this, guys. I get too excited. Do you hear me? I can't even talk. I'm caffeinated now, by the way. So I have a hard time finding this bit on its own. I've heard some people say you can find it on AliExpress. You can probably find it on Amazon if you do a little digging, but this is actually the bit that came with my Nat Plus e-file. I have had 2 Nat Plus e-files now so far, and this bit has come with both of them, which I'm thankful for. I have backups, but I love this bit. I feel like it gets in between my cuticle and the product near my cuticle, like perfectly, and it just refines that cuticle line so much. I've had numerous people ask me how I get my cuticle lines to look the way they do. Mostly it's this bit. The toothpick or cuticle stick trick, going around my cuticle with the thing after I dip, it works great, but I find this bit really refines that cuticle line and I love it. I love, love, love it. So my all-time favorite bit for that. I'm going to let you guys watch me e-file for a little bit, and I will yap your ears off here in a sec, but I'll give you guys a break. If you have any favorite stuff that you want me to know about, definitely drop them in the comments section because I love to hear about you guys too. Or if you have a question about one of my favorite things, as random as it could be, I don't even care. Ask me random questions. I'm an open book. You can go ahead and leave that in the comments too. So I will be right back, so stick around. right, so now that I've gotten all my e-filing done, hopefully you guys have had, some Zen moments watching the e-file. If you're wondering about this fluffy brush, it's also in my Amazon favorites list. I only use this for dust and clear, so that never comes into contact with pigment, and I love it to pieces. It's so fluffy and soft, and it does a good job of like de-dusting. I'm gonna take my alcohol now. That's very clearly labeled. I don't think my husband did that. Weirdo he is. Sometimes I'll get up and wash my hands. Sometimes I just like to take some alcohol and a paper towel and wipe my nails down just to get any microscopic dust particles off before I top coat. And speaking of top coat, this is my favorite no wipe top coat. I think I pretty much use this on every single mani that I do now. I have found it to be just such a great formula. This particular one comes in this set. It comes with a glossy, a matte, and a base coat. And I'll leave a link over here somewhere for a matte mani that I did with this matte top coat. So good. So good. I love it. They're all no wipe. Love them. Zero problems. Their finish is gorgeous. Never have an issue with curing. I'm also going to leave a link in my Amazon favorites list for my LED UV that I use for my gel. So I'm going to go ahead and get this top coat on and get it. So I've gotten all my nails cured and I'm being a little weirdo. And I'm going to finish this with another one of my absolutely favorite things ever. It is my Candy Skincare Cuticle Oil, and the scent is fierce. If you haven't heard me say this before, it smells just like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce, which is one of my favorite smells ever. Like total throwback to, high school and hanging out at the mall and doing weird kid stuff, and I love it. Love it. All of her oils are so amazing. She has a million freaking different smells, and she custom makes stuff too. So definitely check that out. I'll leave a link for Candy Skincare in my description box as a discount code for you too. So go and save some money on some of that stuff. And you know what? It's not even just cuticle oil. I actually have her hair and skin oil, and I have her fluffy body scrub, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with all of her stuff. I love her to pieces. She's such a good person, and her company is amazing, and I love to be supportive of especially small businesses and great people. So definitely check her out and check out her shop. So outstandingly good. I have no words. It's good. So here are my totally mismatched mani hands. But you can see, it's not as pink as the Erica. It's more of a nudie color. It's kind of like pina colada, although I feel like they changed their formula. So That's not on my favorites list anymore. Boo. So let me know what you thought. Let me know your favorites, and I'll see you all in the next vid. Love you. Bye.